Aries, you better work, bitch. I'm using actually the Badass Bitches Tarot by Cardi B this week. Happy Halloween. Hopefully this isn't like too weird for you, but then again, I feel like you've gotten used to it, right? Oh, let me go ahead and plug in my phone. What's happening? Oh my gosh, Mercury retrograde, Aries. I'm gonna get ready to shuffle your cards here, right? This is what the back of the Badass Bitches Tarot by Cardi B looks like. These are what some of the images look like. I'll show them to you as we move along. So let's get started, Aries. I'm going to do a 3-stack. And then I'm going to look at the back of it, okay? We have week 1 on the front and we have week 2 on the back. I'm going to do this 2 more times. I love the way these cards feel, actually. They're very comfortable. Okay, so the 9 of Swords talks about you putting some worry, aggression, and energy into worry. I don't know what you're worried about right now, you know? Something that, you know, you necessarily can't control because it's Mars and Gemini, right? Worried about something that you can't control. It has to do with memories from the past, right? You might be thinking that something is going to happen again, another cycle of something, or another round, perhaps, in some way, shape, or form, you know? This is also like, where are you directing your energy? Where are you putting your energy? You need to put your energy in what matters the most, you know? Keeping your eye on the goal. Stay focused on your goal as well. You know, because if you get distracted from the goal, then you're not going to be able to accomplish it. And then you won't be able to accomplish anything. You know, that's what I feel like right now. You've got to be able to direct your ideas, and you have to understand, like, what all of the planning was for. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what this card is talking about. And, you know, how are you... Where is the conflict here? The conflict is the inner conflict, right? So it's you against the world. It's you against yourself. You are your own worst enemy, right? So you have to remember that. And you have to remember what you learned from the last time that you proved, 9, to yourself that you were your own worst enemy. And what were the adjustments that you made? You know what I mean? What were the changes that were applied, you know, in order to experience a different result? Okay? Now I shuffle them. Now I'm going to lay out that 3-stack. Okay, here we go. Center, first week. Oh, 8 of Pentacles, right. Definitely stay focused on the goal and the quality of the work. That's what this 8 of Pentacles, there's power in the quality of work. We're not thinking about quantity. We're thinking about quality here. You know what I mean? And it's like, don't be afraid if anyone is going to understand or admire the work. This card is what? It is the sun in Virgo. So you might be dealing with the Virgo, or you might just need to pay meticulous attention to detail again, right? You're worried about the details, but the details are actually in the quality of the work. So make sure that you keep the integrity and stay motivated by that which counts, right? The material. That's what we're thinking about. Other side. Other card. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so here we go. Failures, past failures, that type of thing, right? We're thinking. Mercury is very much involved here. You know, Mercury on an esoteric level rules your sign. In esoteric astrology, Mercury is the ruler of Aries. Think about it. All of the aces, Mercury, the magician, 1, first sign, okay? So you've got to get something in your head, right? You have to be satisfied with the work that you have done and not try to force anything. It's almost like don't forget about all of the time and the effort that you've already put in place. You know what I mean? Like I said, you don't want to be your own worst enemy here. This could also be some travel plans, something like that, because it's a 7. So something is slowing down. You know, whatever you were trying to process or progress, this could even be an investment. It may not be investing in the way that you meant for it to. And this is also just being a little bit impatient, okay? A bit of a false start. Maybe the way that you're relating to it is in a way where you're really just focused on the material satisfaction and what it means. What's the lesson here? You know, you're experiencing some conflict and you can't kind of like you can't have it the way you want to have it. So it's asking you to settle for what you have right now, not settle for less, but settle for what you have right now, and understand that the work that you put further into it is going to establish itself, and it's going to materialize into something, right? Focus on the quality of the work. Don't try to be too impatient or too quick to judge, you know? Don't be too quick to judge, right? Because there might be strength in the quality of the work, you know? Something may not be beautiful, but it may have the quality. Or something may not have the quality, but it might be beautiful, you know? Or, yeah, right. Something lasting. And then we have the Lovers here, which is Mercury, right? It's Mercury, and I might have to take this thing off my face, honey. It's Mercury, and it's talking about learning lessons because it's a 6. And we remember that the Lovers is connected to the Devil card by way of it being number 15. So you're learning. You're learning not to get in your own way. You're learning how to compromise, right? That's what you're doing. Learning how to make compromises so that it works it works for you. It's in your best interest. 7 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles. Here we go with the second week of November. So you have the 7 of Cups here, which is talking about being confused about which choice to make, which decision to make, what's going to satisfy you emotionally, right? And what's going to make you feel, you know, you're free to make your own decisions. You know what I mean? That's what you're being encouraged to remember. You're being guided to remember that you're free to make your own decisions. So, you know, it's up to you what you want. You know, because this is Venus in Scorpio, and this is Venus being in the 2nd house of earned income and the job and the finances, and also 2nd house of creature comforts, right? So what's going to best suit you? That's what I want you to think about. What's going to best suit you? You know what I mean? You know what it is, right? Or you might just be tasting a little bit too much. Maybe you got too many things going on, right? And nothing satisfying, right? Too much of the same thing. Because it's Venus and Scorpio, pleasures and desires, right? Are you finding balance in the pleasures? Are you finding balance in those things that you have a history of going towards? 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is talking about change, right? The expansion, the growth of responsibilities in order to bring about change, right? And it's also financial responsibilities within a relationship and how things kind of go up and down, right? Trying to achieve some sense of balance. This could be an investment here that might be sort of overwhelming, or how you spend your time, you know? This could be even seeing a change in your body, right? So you'll start to see changes when you put the work into something. So you're being tempted, you're being enticed, right? To, let me see, I want to see what this is. You're being enticed in some kind of way to, you know, you have to exercise love and wisdom here with this card, you know, and it's one of wisdom mainly. You know, your awareness and your consciousness is being raised to some issue that needs and requires a better handling, right? You've got to use your best strengths here to balance out this situation, whatever it is, right? And now you got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is talking about freedom of expression. And you feel like a weight has kind of been lifted, or you're no longer being held back by uncertainty, right? You know, there's freedom in being able to, there's freedom in audacity. And audacity is the willingness to do something that other people might find it hard to do, difficult, challenging, by way of fear, challenging their moral, or challenging the way they're used to expressing themselves, you know? So this is expressing yourself in a new way, you know, and don't be afraid of it, because this is the Knight of Wands, so it's 1/3 Scorpio. You're coming from a place of being afraid of something, and now you're not anymore, right? No more stubbornness either. It can't just be one way. You know what I mean? You've got to open up. You've got to expand your horizons. You've got to consider many options here. But it's like, I'm talking about not trying to do everything, but you have to consider an option that might be different from what you're used to, but just see it as an opportunity to have a new experience, right? Which is going to add to what you've already learned, right? And this is also somebody that's just coming in and creating a fun atmosphere, fun life, right? Try to create a fun atmosphere, you know what I mean? Because you get more attention and you get more people wanting to listen when you make listening fun, right? Okay? Personality. Where is it? All right, thank you so much, Aries. Happy Halloween.